For a lot of girls on our team, and me included, it's just an opportunity to be part of history.
I think it's massive, and you just want to kind of show them that Manchester's blue.
First time that we've ever played them, one that I know for a fact this group of girls will be up for.
Come that game, I know you'll be seeing two teams that'll desperately want to win the games.
A derby meant to me as a City fan, everything.
I 100% wanted to be a footballer up until I was about 18. Just obsessed with the game when I was young, had all the kits, played with my friends every night, and just wanted to be a football player. And it was not until I went to university and did sports science that I realised that to get a career in football, coaching would probably be the way forward and would be something that I really enjoyed. So at the age of 20, I started coaching.
On a bit of a smooth introduction into the world of women's football, stay tuned. It's the Manchester derby with City against United.
I love the game. I watch any game that's on the television. I watch all of the highlights. Love going and watching our first team, and obviously love working in football every day. Every day when I get outside on the pitch is, I think, is almost the best day ever when you're out there playing football, working with football players. When the derbies came up, there's a bit of anxiety before it because you don't want to lose, but there's an excitement because you know the game's going to be an incredible game. Morning. You okay?
Yes, you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
A derby meant to me as a City fan, everything. I think, you know, the good times, the 6-1, you know, that's obviously the game everybody remembers. And I think, you know, even the times when it wasn't going our way, I couldn't watch. And most of the time I'd have to go and sit in the other room in my house and I'd just throw the biggest paddy if we ever lost. And now whenever someone mentions, you know, the derby or United, you know, it really gets me going. And it's just crazy. Like when I'm looking now, I remember sat up there and I've sat up in the heavens up with my dad in those seats at the top. And yeah, I just think I have to pinch myself a little bit, like standing here now and thinking that, you know, our first game is going to be on this pitch in front of the very City fans that I've been sat with at many games. I feel like I have to stop talking about it because every time someone mentions it, I'm just like, just want to go and I just want to play. And yeah, you know, I just want to absolutely smash him if I'm allowed to say that. I think, you know, I've been brought up not liking United. I've been brought up as a Blue all my life, even when, you know, times weren't so great for City. I've always supported them. So yeah, I just can't wait to get going, and I'm hoping that my energy and my excitement will rub off on some of the girls that aren't necessarily Mancunians and aren't Manchester City fans. I'm hoping that, you know, that I can show them what it means to play in a derby.
Fires it into Paris, and Stanway, what a tremendous goal! Georgia Stanway can barely believe it herself. You can't hit them better than that. You can't get anywhere near them when they're in the stanchion like that, and that is what she's got in her locker.
Sometimes in games I do feel nervous. I think it does depend on the pressure of the game, like the opposition that we're playing, and obviously whether you're starting, whether you're on the bench, what your expectations are in yourself. And sometimes I'm quite harsh on myself, and sometimes I walk off the pitch and if I've not scored then I'm not happy, or if I've not done something then I'm not happy. And I think that's just the level that we are at as a team, and that we kind of support each other in that sense, that if someone's down or if someone's not happy with how they're played, then we make sure that we just focus on the result, and if we've got the win then nothing else matters. I think it's massive. I think you can tell how excited we all are. This is something that we've looked forward to for ages, but we never actually thought there would be a Manchester derby. There it is.
There you go.
We'll be playing there, get your tickets.
Good, I'm not liking the weather.
the derby for us is a game that we know means a hell of a lot to the fans, and we have to work so hard to make sure that we not only entertain our fans, but we do what we have to do for them and win the football game. If I look at our players now, you can tell that they are starting that competitiveness and that real desire to win, that real tension around the local derby is starting to really set in now because the game is a week away. I'm always aware of my emotion. I'm always trying to control them and always trying to make sure that they are productive for every game. But I also think for this type of game, you have to harness the players' emotions a little bit and you have to allow them to be a little bit emotional in the lead up to the game and really use the magnitude of the game to make sure that they know how important the game is. It's not a one-off game, it's game one of a long season, and we have to make sure that although the result is really important to our fans and to us, it also plays a greater part in the longer season.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good.
You stood lovely yesterday.
Okay, good.
I think as a performance staff, the coaches included, I think it's our job to maintain a level of consistency throughout the season. Every game is a big game, so they never get too far ahead of themselves, and I think we try to take the occasion out, so it's just a game of football. We know there's going to be a big crowd on Saturday, so we want to kind of nullify that for the girls and just say it's a game of football like every other.
With those types of events that end up being called historical, you don't really know how important they really are at that moment. I'll never ever forget that first year with Mancity when we won the Continental Cup. You remember how those things made you feel and how you celebrated them with other people and the build up to it, the lead up to the game, the night before, the celebrations afterwards. Something special is definitely going to happen here. So I feel like that in a nutshell is kind of how I hope people feel about, the derby.
Clearly it's a historic time for the club, the league, It's just a testament to the progress the game has made in such a time as you alluded to.
If you played for Manchester City at any point between 1988 and today, anyone directly connected with the running of the club, then please make your way onto the stage and we'll try and do some kind of team photograph. Okay?
As a kid who has Mancunian parents, all eyes were always on that game, regardless of whether, City was in the second, third division, what have you at the time, but it's going to carry a lot more emotion, a lot more weight and importance. Now it just gives the people of Manchester twice as many opportunities to be proud of who they support, so now instead of just a men's home and away leg, they get another opportunity for, 2 derby wins with a women's team. So it's my hope that this will become one of those historic events that you remember, in a few years' time ago. I was there.
I think obviously all the talk's been about a Man City, Man United women's derby, and we finally got that. And I think as players, even though there's not history there, I think it's important that we start history right on Saturday in terms of we want to make Manchester blue, we want to go and perform as well as we can, but we have to have the right attitude, we have to have the right mentality, and we have to get off on the front foot straight away and use the home crowd to our advantage.
I think it's massive. I mean, we've been kind of waiting for this for 12 months with the way the women's game has gone. I think with it being the first day, of course, it's at the Etihad Stadium. It's going to be huge, a lot of new players on both sides. Man United have a couple of ex-Man City players. Nick and Casey are looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. I certainly know the fans are looking forward to it. This is the pinnacle. Manchester City have won the league. They hold the 2 domestic cups at the moment. It's a big rivalry coming over from the men's game, historically, and I think that's why everyone's talking about it. And like Manchester City did in the men's game somewhat when they came out of nowhere and took over as the dominant team, and Manchester United going to do that. Can Man City keep their supremacy for a while? For us, it's great. We love it. It's such a big occasion. To go over there to the Etihad and cover the game on Saturday is going to be very, very exciting.
quite exciting. It makes it a bit more special because it's at the stadium as well. So we've done like the FA Cup at Wembley and stuff like that, but to dress your actual big Etihad Stadium is quite good as well. Girls seem to be up for it, first of its kind, because obviously some family members will be United fans and they're actually counting down. Some of them are like, come on City, you know, like in the mornings. It's pretty funny. And they're winding me up saying that I better get the changing room right, you know, because it's a big event. So yeah, it's good, really, really good.
So today is match day -1 effectively, so everything today is focused on how we're going to play tomorrow. The joys of being up and filming from Vantage Point is great because we can look at the tactical elements of the game and report back and show the players in a way that they can easily understand it as well. So we're in the classroom a lot and then we head out onto the pitch to put the work into practice really. We've spent weeks looking at our opposition and we're ready now to go. Today's just last minute prep, kind of walkthroughs and just to give the players another refresher as to this is how we're going to attack the game tomorrow. United have had a great season and then they've strengthened their team again, so it's really exciting for us. You've worked so hard over this summer to get prepared for the season ahead, but then to have your first game as a derby is even better. And with derbies we know there's extra pressure, there's extra risk, but there's also the opportunity for greater reward too. So that's really exciting, can't wait.
How you doing? You alright? How are you okay? Well, thanks. Hello everybody, welcome to the stadium. My name's Lee, I'm the Etihad Stadium manager of Guys. Yeah, take a seat. It should be a really good occasion and a really good day for you, and you should enjoy it. But the reason for coming here is to make sure that all of the pictures and all of those things that I think you should really do, because you should enjoy it, is do it now, so that tomorrow you turn up to play a football game.
I think it takes away a little bit of the anxiety and maybe any nerves that may be there. Just come here, feel the stadium, and then you can go home and prepare for the game. The players are focused, they're excited for the game as well, and they have a huge desire to win the game. They're really motivated, and I've seen that over the past 2 days, having the group together and planning the game plan and preparing the players. I think they're ready to go. I think the fact it's the start of the season means they're hugely motivated to play, but to play here in this stadium, the players don't need any more motivation.